Hello, Cancers. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Whoa, what is that? My computer just glitched. Are you guys on? Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. My computer glitched. It shut down the other day when I was doing a live, I think on Aries or something, and I had to do the two-part because I was like, oh my goodness. So anyway, my name is Patty. I'm your empath that is going to do intuitive tarot mixed with astrology and numerology. I think it's really important to at least mix the divine energies as well as the universe energies because they're pretty much the same, guys, if you look at astrology and look at the divine. Oh, my hair, what is it doing? Anyway, so this is going to be for you guys for the 3rd through the 9th. You Cancers, and how are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, you know, it's been a crazy, crazy week. I would love to hear from you guys if you want to comment or put your input, give a testimony of if your readings are actually happening, that kind of a thing. I'd love to hear from my my viewers, and I thank you for all that are doing the comments and also sending me emails and subscribing. I appreciate it. Doing my likes. Thank you so very, very much. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. So this is going to be the 3rd through the 9th. I am going to do the readings a little bit differently through the month of May. So this will be something fun, switch up for you guys. I will still do the 3 oracles with the divine, current, and future energies. I will not disrespect him. That's what he wants me to keep doing. That's what I'm going to keep doing. So if he changes it in the month, then I will do that. However, remember that the divine energy is the ultimate. He's the guide. He is what maybe you've been asking about. Maybe you're having struggles or whatever. This is his message to you in that card. So, and if it doesn't answer it, he will bring the planets and everything together, and then you should have a little bit more clarity on it, all right? So hopefully this resonates with you. Now, I say if it doesn't, and you hear somebody's name or voice or think of somebody, it probably is for them, so maybe share it with them if they like this kind of stuff. If they don't believe in it, then don't. All right, so let's get started. Again, the 3rd through the 9th for the Cancers, please. So I am going to be using the map, again, the Enchanted map. I love this oracle. Hoping to get a couple new oracles because I seem to be wearing these out. I love them too much, I guess, though. All right. He's so funny today. He is just so funny today. Let's see here. So the Divine's card, the first card out, and his message to whoever is asking questions or going through struggles or challenges or whatever it is that you needed to know. What is it that's going on? How can I change this? What can I do? Whatever it is for you, because this is the number 3 in numerology. So please acknowledge it. Think about it. Pay attention to it, because this is maybe what you need. It's slow and steady. Patience. Temperance card. Take it slow and steady. Again, if you haven't watched the full moon full moon reading video, then go back and watch that. Here's why. Because the universe is actually saying exactly that. We talk about through the month of May, slow and steady wins the race, okay? Because this race is a long haul. It is not a sprint. So please go back and watch that. That will definitely resonate with you in this. And that full moon in Scorpio video is going to go through May. So pay attention to that, okay? And this is acknowledging. Number 3 is the acknowledgement. So the Divine's trying to say, take it easy, slow down, you know. Maybe you're trying to go too fast. Maybe you're trying to do too many things at one time. Multitasking too many things, that also kills, physically, it kills brain telomeres. So you don't want to multitask. You want to be able to have a good memory and good things going on for the rest of your life. Okay, so then we have the current energy out is the Talisman. And that is trying to get balance in your life, because that is the number 4. So the Talisman is about your path that you are on. This is about your switchbacks. This is about going straight. So we talk about life in general, that life is never a straight line. Okay, and it will have some highs and lows, right? How big and how high those highs and lows is your mental process and how you're thinking. thinking sometimes too much in the head is worldly rather than just going with it, seeing how things happen in a second dimension is your spirit and your soul and your connection to the divine second dimension. So we want to sort of look at that. The talisman is one. This is the current energy, says, okay, you have been there, you have done that. Do you really want to go there again? So do you want to sort of stand on that landmine again or not? Or do you want to start and keep changing your path to keep going more straight on your path? So that's why we talk about, she's got one leg back there. That's the past. So the other straight, she's got her hand forward with a lamp because that is the future. So in your talisman journey, you want to make sure that you leave that past, leave those past spots behind. Okay, and then we have the future energy, which is the number 9, which is extremely intense to think about, pay attention to. This is for the next couple of months. This is the magic stream, which is about our destiny. Now, do you guys know the difference between destiny and your purpose and calling? Because a lot of people think that they're the same. They're not. Your destiny is the dots or the connections or the things that are happening in your life to get you to your purpose or your calling, or that passion of what you're supposed to be doing in your life if you don't like the word purpose or calling. The magic stream is about who's coming into your life, what is happening, and what are you doing with those at this time to keep moving your path forward straight as the talisman. Okay, now these future energies, this dot to dot is going to be for a couple of months, not just for a week, not just a weekend. This is going to be for a couple of months. So what is it for you and that you are wanting to move forward to? Like the first card that the divine was saying, this is the connection, these are the resources, but it is going to be slow and steady. Again, watch the full moon video of Scorpio this month, actually end of April. I forgot, we're now May 1st. Happy May Day. But the thing is that oh shoot, let me see if I can get this card. I'm trying not to get up. My leg is giving me problems this weekend. And I got a doctor's visit, and I really don't want to go back in and have my leg manipulated. So I'm trying really, really hard to baby it, but not too much. All right. So, but what the thing is that we want to make sure that we are moving forward. If you think of the tortoise and the hare story, we are not the hare because we poop out. This is a long race. This isn't a sprint. And the tortoise just keeps moving slowly and moves on and moves on and moves on, where the hare poops out, take a sleep in the middle of the race, and then goes and then realizes the tortoise already won. All right? Definitely. Okay, so let me do this spread here. Like I said, I'm doing things a little different this month. And then it gives you a little bit of variety as well. I'm sure you get old watching those same way that I do things over and over again. All right. We have 2 cards that fell, though. Are these upside down? Yep. Okay, so let's turn these upright. Oh, dear. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So somebody's planning on traveling. Don't be impatient with that. Do not be impatient with that. It will happen. But somebody's doing the planning and working at that. Somebody's planning on traveling. They're working at it. Now, I don't know if this is a group travel or if this is like 1 or 2. I feel like it's 1 or 2 people, like, maybe some good friends. But this travel, it's manifesting. Somebody's frustrated because they can't get it to go fast enough. Or it's like, okay, for example, being a travel agent in the daytime, okay, part-time travel agent in the daytime, people are coming to me. It's like, why do you post stuff that we can't even go to at this moment? Countries that are closed. Why are you doing that? Well, because a lot of the times you can put a deposit and pay for it. And then as you get ready to go and that country opens up, you're all set while other people are sit there waiting that now they want to get going. Well, it's too late. Everything's sort of booked up. So the thing is to plan ahead. Plan ahead. Slow and steady. Plan ahead. because that makes your path more straight, current energies. And again, it's connecting the dots. You're doing your due diligence right now to get to that reward or that purpose or that calling. Now, for right now, this is one energy that is planning on to travel. Great. Plan on it. Make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. Make sure that you do what you need to do because you're manifesting it. But somebody who, it's like if you're two people that are going, somebody's frustrated. You know what? This is just more headache than I want to go. Like I tell people, unfortunately, it's, May 1st. I tell people, hold off to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. But the thing is, the islands are small. They don't have enough hospitals. They don't have enough this and that. And if there's an outbreak there, they're screwed. We can go home, but they're screwed. So it's really, really hard to go to certain places, even though they're open. So they're struggling. Somebody's struggling and fighting about this. It's like, give a little bit. Say, okay, well, we won't go now. We'll go a couple months down the road. So this is somebody's travel. Look at the whole truth about the whole thing. Okay, because here's the thing about the travel, so that you guys can see the cards. I like to show the cards. So we have the 6 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and the Magician. Okay, so don't be frustrated if you're planning trips right now, because you know what? You put a deposit down, you pay as you go, and you know what, you go. It's sort of like, I'm excited. Disney Wish is their new ship. In the May 27th, they open up the times to now start booking, and it's booking for 2022 because that's when things are probably going to be waiting for the CDC. So things are booking. So I'm going to book a trip on the Magic or the Wish because I'm a Disney specialist. So I want to go on that one. And they've got some beautiful adult places on there. Whew. I'm not a kids person, so give me the adult place. Anyway, somebody's struggling and fighting about this. Okay. Let me see what else is going on here. This is about your journey forward. This is not about your journey past. Okay. Somebody keeps wanting to fight. Oh my gosh. Somebody here is getting ready to walk away because this is a different energy here. This is a separate energy away from this travel person. Somebody keeps fighting and fighting and fighting and trying to stand up. Okay, thank you. So somebody's making excuses. This is the excuses. Here's the truth. This is do we have to go through this again? Okay, sorry. They're just saying, go say what you said last time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just did. So the truth is the reality. This is the absolute truth. Okay, if you're in a relationship, say you're a masculine thinks more logic, more realistic. They're going to look at the actual facts of things, and then they're going to base it off of that. If you're female, you're basing it off of the emotions and feelings. Most of the time are not true. They're your feelings and your emotions, but they're not, could be factual, because then you're thinking from your perspective. You're not looking at the realistic part of the male's mind thinking. I'm talking about relationship now. So you're standing up for something that you believe in, but it may not be factual. And so you're creating more problems for yourself. You're creating more conflict. You're creating more fights. You're creating more, rather than just saying, you know what, as the planets are saying right now, pick your battles. Pick your battles, because your battle is in past hurt, past pain. It's sort of like you're in healing, but your healing's not done. It's like, yeah, but I healed from that. Did you really? So, because you still bring it up. How many of you guys are in a relationship and you say that, we're going to discuss it and we're not going to bring it up again, but then later you bring it up again? That's most women. And I'm not saying that men don't do it either, but this is just a trait that women do. This is wrong. This is where they walk away and they shut down. So I don't know if you're in a relationship like that, but this is a time where people shut down. Men will shut down. But if you actually begin to stop this process, you win victory. This is self-victory. This is your victory. This is taking it slow, taking it easy, realizing that things are Going to be fine, going to be okay. Pick your battles, pick your battles, pick your battles. They keep saying, pick your battles, pick your battles. And I'm like, okay, so fine. Because if you keep bringing up the past, you cannot move forward. If you keep comparing an ex to who you have now, you're going to lose 100%, because they'll get sick and tired of you comparing, because they're not that person. They never will be that person. They're probably better than the other person. That's why you're with them. And then you're going to have the dots to connect. This is connecting the dots. Pay attention to those dots. A lot of people do not pay attention to the dots in their lives. If you go through something, or something keeps happening over and over and over again, you got to pay attention. Am I stuck in this spot? Or am I missing a message in this spot? So if something keeps happening over and over and over again, most likely you're stuck and you're not paying attention to what you need to be moving away from. This is your current energy, guys. Moving away from it. All right. All right. Let's see if, and then we also have the Nine of Pentacles, which the Nine of Pentacles is the ultimate. This is actually getting it. This is actually moving forward. This is finally understanding it. And also, too, it is the reward time. It's not quite there. You're not quite there. However, this is a reward time to say, aha, I think I'm getting it. That is the aha moment, because you're getting a few rewards from maybe the ultimate changing, from forgetting the past and moving forward and watching out the front window of the car rather than keep watching out the back of the car. I don't know a person that can drive a car backwards very good, other than a race car driver. But the thing is that's where you're now starting to see the rewards. All right. Because you're paying attention to the dots that are connecting things together in your life. In fact, if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, go back prior and think about why certain people were in your life. There is a connection. This is just connection. That's what that is. That's the future energy as well, is from the planets and the moon for May. Definitely. Yeah. So there is a union here of two people. Okay, so this union can be brought together, and that maybe that's what we're working towards. Maybe that's where the kerfuffle is. Again, this is a union that is good, but it's based on being authentic, and it's based on being truthful to each other. Absolute truth, not earthly truth, not worldly truth, but absolute truth. So that you're doing it in love and kindness and compassion and caring, that it is an absolute truth. Ooh. Oh, and it's somebody from your past. This is a connection from your past. And the thing is about these two together, which is really awesome, because the number 2, you're either bringing balance or something together, or you're ripping it apart. The number 6 is about harmony and improvement. So maybe if you do get some coaching, like I always say, John Gray from Venus and Mars is a really, really good coach. And I cannot believe he has a whole bunch of coaching stuff for free on YouTube. It blows my mind. Before, he never did that kind of stuff. And so now you can learn a lot about relationships and your mindset, men versus women, the difference, how to bring it together and how to make it happen and how to make it last. Amazing. And you can also get the biological, how the brains work in both male and female. It's amazing. And that's what this is. It brings it together. And then there's a better understanding, because that's harmony and improvement, because you're trying to understand each other out. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, whatever you're going through though right now, make sure that you don't rush through it. Don't rush through it. If it's in a relationship, don't go to bed so early. Wait, because when you do that in relationships, you need to first go through the emotional connection. You have to go through knowing them before you actually do that, because when that intimacy happens, that ends with the spiritual connection. If you miss those first 2 parts, you're going to end up having them leave, because they don't know you. They don't know your spirit. They don't know your mental thinking. They don't know who you are from your past. And the thing is, it won't last. It's a booty call with a little bit of extra time until they come back for another booty call. All right. So but this energy here is something that is going to take, either they know you, it's a really good connection. It's a really good feel. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to be lovers. This means that they're going to have a good whole connection, and it's good. They're going to be helping each other and maybe helping each other understand each other. When I'm with my guy friends, I'm like, okay, I want to pick a guy's brain. I want to understand what guys, well, and they'll say, you know what? I don't know about other guys, but this is where I come from. And every guy friend, I do the same thing, and they say the same thing. Well, I don't know about other guys. And it's all the same. It's all the same. All right. So, all right. Let's see what else Divine has to say. Oops. Queen of Wands. So looking at the Queen of Wands, and we're looking at the 5 and the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Okay. So she is the authority over that, and she's saying, okay, seriously, you're really fighting about that? You're really trying to go there? Pick your battles. This is ridiculous. So again, don't sweat the small stuff. Somebody's standards may be way, 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 way too high. And then somebody's standards may be, you know what? When you start to argue, you have to do constructive arguing, but you also say, you know what? Thank you for that point. Thank you. Even though you're in an argument, thank you for that point. I really appreciate it. Now I understand where you're coming from. Even though I don't agree, I'm glad that I got your point of view. Thank you. How hard is that? Doesn't mean you have to fight about everything, because you're never going to agree on everything, because your truth is not their truth. Their truth is not your truth. It's the absolute truth. Hey, Krista. I can answer one question, sure. When we're done, we're almost done actually, but I definitely can answer one question. You bet. So definitely, this is something that you guys have to work through. This is a slow and steady process if you don't choose to really put the past behind. But again, go back and watch the moon video, the full moon video, Scorpio, for the end of April, because this is going to answer a lot of your questions on why things are happening, what they're happening for the month of May. Okay. And when you're connecting the dots, especially now, this could be, if this argument is over the travel, then why are you traveling? Because if you're going to fight about the trip before you even go, just remember the divine saying you could be fighting while you're there, because you're starting out on the wrong foot. Okay, I don't know who that's for. Just be wary of, if you're fighting before you go, you could be manifesting, because if it doesn't work out right and COVID's happening and there's pandemic, somebody's not going to be happy. Somebody's going to fight. Well, you know what? I didn't like this room. Why did you pick this room? Well, maybe they're at 25% capacity, and that's the only thing. The hotel is only, and that's all you get. So this is a thing. That's why you guys, and I'm not promoting me, but get a real travel agent. Don't get these online travel things, because there's no 800 numbers. You're going to get stuck. There's nobody you can call. There's nobody that you can lean on. At least if you have a real travel agent, ask the travel agent if they're 24/7, in case you have an emergency and they don't close on the weekends. These are things that you need to know about your travel during the pandemic. Prepare yourself. Really do your due diligence. Okay. For somebody else, this is actually this. I'm a little concerned about this kerfuffling, because it's not necessary, and the Queen is just definitely saying, you know what, this is ridiculous. Let's get some maturity and grow up here and really see why we're fighting about this. Look down deep. Is this something somebody's triggered, and it's their past issue that they need to fix inside themselves? Really look down into that, because usually when we fight, there's a trigger. Somebody set off a trigger of somebody, and that means some healing has not finished in that person. So if somebody's getting angry and upset about something, say when we talk about politics, I don't talk about politics, but and then somebody's getting mad, well, yeah, well, the Republicans, oh, well, the Democrats. Well, maybe that happened in their family in their past, and dad got all heated about politics, mom got all heated about. I don't give a crap about politics. I really don't. I have to watch them. I live on this earth. I live in this world. I have to abide by certain rules and things like that. However, I don't talk about them. But if somebody talks about, wow, you look a little heavy in that dress, and that could be really hurtful if it's said improperly, just say, well, yeah, that's a nice dress. It's okay. I like that red dress of yours, though. That's a nicer way of saying it so that it doesn't make that person feel insecure. But if you hit a trigger, maybe they'll get depressed. They're like, oh, I look too fat in this. Then their mindset starts spiraling down because their thought process hasn't healed from that. Maybe she was abused as a child, or maybe she, like me, her brother was calling her fat, so ugly the whole time she grew up, and she didn't heal from that. So these are the things that you really need to think about when you're discussing these things, and that causes fights. And if it's a man, a lot of it has to do because man just there to really, really want to make a lady happy. And if they can make them happy and be there for them and supported, woohoo, kind of thing. That's just their thing. But if they're not feeling supported or they don't feel respected, then they're actually gonna, take a hike. So anyway, there's a lot going on here with a lot of communication. Somebody's having a problem. Take it slow and steady with that communication, and remember to keep it moving forward. If you guys are in an argument, do not bring up the past. That is gone. The dot-to-dot connections, the past is gone. You have to look to the future. You cannot beat a dead horse. You beat the dead horse, that person's going to go away. Because it's like, you keep bringing this up over and over. I can't change it. I can say I'm sorry a million times. It's not going to help. That's the problem within the other person. If they've proved that they were sorry, if they proved that they proved themselves to be, what do you call that? Repenting and not doing it again, and making sure that they're moving forward and they're doing the best job that they can and they're showing effort. The problem is in with the other person. Well, I still don't trust him. What can he do? He's not God. Okay, I don't know who this is for. So anyway, sorry. Well, welcome, Hang'em. Well, you know what? You got to pick your battles. And the thing is, why are you arguing? What are you arguing from? And is it irrelevant? Is it a trigger? Is it something that really doesn't need to be argued about? Because some people love to argue just to argue. Bye-bye. That's not my type of person. That means they're low vibrational. They got a lot of healing to do. All right. Okay. Krista, does BD think about me? Also, were you ever a teacher? BD does, but that doesn't mean that it's an intimate thing. Okay. So, definitely, even if we are with a partner and they leave us, they might not think of us all the time, but they will think of us because, again, we're that dot-to-dot connection. We met them for a reason. They met us for a reason. There's something there that a lesson needed to be learned for you or that other person, whether it was learned yet or not. They probably will come back and talk to you or try to reach out to you, especially if the lesson isn't done. And was I a teacher? Yes. I'm always a teacher. I've always been told my whole life, even when I had my first chart read, they said, you will be teaching, you will be writing books. Never, ever. I'm like, yeah, write a book. Right. And here, I got one book out and I got another book started. So my charts, yes. But I taught English in Japan. And I also taught nutrition and fitness. I've run gyms before where I taught people about nutrition and fitness. And I'm going to be, just so you guys know, very ending note, I am going to be putting a featured channel, which is my Get Balanced 2020 channel on the Divine Warrior. When you go on and you look at the channel, it'll have a featured thing. That'll be my other channel, because that channel gives you all the videos of how to transform your mindset, your spirit, how to grow your spirit, and also it's about your body, how putting all these three elements together is really, really important for balance. Without one of these elements, which should start with spirit first, then you have mind, and then you have body. Without each element, you cannot have balance. Same with your spirituality and your soul. You still have to have your mind, because that's part of the world, but you still have that going. All right. Oh, well, yes, yes. Well, very good. See, now you got to listen to that intuition. I always tell people you got to listen to that intuition. So I hope this helped. If it didn't resonate with you, and take to note, hang 'em. If it didn't resonate with you, though, and it did resonate, somebody's name up here, that maybe this could be shared with them, or maybe my Get Balanced 2020 channel if they need to learn about communication skills, what love relationships and all the different levels of love, how, your love language is, those kind of things. But there's a lot of videos on there, and hopefully that would help whoever is in need of growing and going on their journey. All right. And this was for the 3rd through the 9th. So the next one is the 10th. I will be doing a new moon reading. I can't remember when that is happening though. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the bell, and you'll know when these are on, because I do live videos Tuesday through Saturday. I don't know which sign I'm doing at first, because that's the divine. He downloads a sign, and that's who we start with. And each day he does that. So I don't know which air, water, earth, that kind of a thing I start with. So, just hit the bell and you'll know when I'm on, and you can watch your sign. All right. Thank you guys for comments. Thank you. And I hope all you guys are doing well. And please take care of yourself and be healthy and strong. Walk in absolute truth and love. Take care.